Hello everybody. In this video, we will try to understand what happens when Aries Ascendant Lord Mars is present in the 7th house of the horoscope. The 7th house for Aries Ascendant is the sign Libra. And see, Aries Ascendant means Mars is your main planet because it is your Ascendant Lord. And what is Mars basically in the Vedic astrology? It represents your energy, your courage, your anger, action, and leadership. And what is seventh house? Seventh house tells more about your marriage, more about your life partner or business partner or your public relations. So, and the seventh house for Aries Ascendant is Libra. It is the house of balance. It is the world of beauty, peace, compromise, and relationships. So basically, in the Libra world, the energy is something like you better compromise for getting relationships. You even try to sacrifice some of the things that you like so that your relationships are stable. But what is Mars? Mars is a fighter. Mars is not a person who compromises. He is a person who always fights. So there is an inner conflict with this particular placement, right? So what happens because of this? If you try to understand this behavior of Mars here, how Mars feels in this particular sign or placement, the 7th house. See, one thing I want to tell you is this is Aries Ascendant. Mars is the Lagna Lord. That is, Lagna is nothing but yourself, your body, your ego, your identity. So basically, yourself, your body, your ego, your identity, everything is moving into the house of relationships, that is the 7th house. So the person's identity becomes tied to marriage and relationships. And of course, this is also a Manglik dosha because Mars is in the 7th house, but it is not a pure destruction of the house. It is more about yourself versus your partner, the balance between you and your partner. So Mars here is not mainly attacking the partner, it is the person projecting their own identity struggles into marriage. So there is a possibility that you're bringing your identity struggles into marriage. Never do that. So what is Mars? Basically, Mars is fire, action, and command. But Libra is a kind of, it's an air, it's balance, it's permission, it's discussion, it's compromise. That is the behavior of Libra. Both are opposites here, right? And Mars in Libra feels very much something like, see what Libra says. Hey Mars, please ask before acting. And also, please explain instead of commanding if you want to get the things done from others. But Mars is a person who acts first and then asks later. And Mars is a person who commands when he wants to get the things done by others. But it is not the world of Libra. Libra always says, if you want to act upon something, you please ask. You take some permission from others. And also, if you want to get the things done from others, please explain what do you want. Even if the other person is not able to understand, you please explain it carefully and peacefully and get the things done. So Mars hates this kind of behavior because Mars is not of that type. So Mars becomes frustrated, Mars becomes restless. It's something like, it's a kind of competitiveness inside relationships. That's what you can see. So that is why fights happen in marriage life for this particular person. And Mars is weak in the 7th house basically. So Mars feels weak and blocked. So weak Mars tries to, it's a kind of overcompensate. Overcompensation is nothing but it's a kind of anger and dominance. That's what I'm talking about. So this clearly can explain why there are some sudden outbursts, especially in relationships, a kind of harsh words, kind of ego clashes in marriage life. So here one important thing is partner looks attractive, refined, and well dressed. That is one positive thing. A partner also appears soft but is internally stubborn. Because there is a short tongue during arguments. The relationships looks good outside, but it is very, very tensed inside. So the native wants a partner who looks good in public but becomes a competitor in private, right? So that kind of partner the native prefers, and he attracts that kind of partner in life who is means this particular native attracts a partner who looks good in public but becomes a competitor in private. That is the energy of this particular house placement. And see, relationship becomes a mirror of self. What you are giving in your relationship, that's what you're going to get. So the person treats marriage like a challenge or a competition, because Mars is sitting in the seventh house. And also the native wants some kind of admiration from partner, and if the person is unable to get it, the person may feel bad. So kind of struggles, to some extent you can see some struggles in marriage life, because Mars is the main planet here in the seventh house. And another important thing is Mars in the seventh house aspects the first house. So when relationship stress increases, there is a possibility of headaches, acidity, skin rashes, blood pressure issues due to relationships. These things may come into your life. So if you want to improve your health, improve your relationship. That is a fundamental thing for this particular placement. And it's very good placement for law, for negotiation, for business partnerships. But ego issues with partners can block your growth in your life. So check before, check the horoscope of your partner also before marriage. Otherwise, your growth would be blocked because of your ego issues. And one more important thing is, let us say a man marries a beautiful, intelligent woman. In public, they look perfect. But at home, he wants to win over arguments. And she wants some kind of cooperation, but it's not happening. So the problem here is he treats marriage like a race. She wants it to be like a duet. That is what the scenario is. This is Mars in Libra, right? Libra is something like a duet, but Mars, everything he feels like a race, right? And then you can see it's a kind of fire in air, because Mars is fire and Libra is air. So air can help fire grow. Also, air can control the fire if things are not good. So if discipline is missing in your marriage, there is a problem for you, right? And another important thing is, let us imagine a king who was very brave and powerful, and he also married a graceful queen. Whenever the king fight with her, his kingdom is suffering. Whenever the king is having some arguments with his queen, the kingdom is not doing well, because your partner is your mirror. Do not fight with your partner. That's it. You will grow in your life. That's what I can say. There's nothing bad about this placement. You should get adjusted with your partner. You should prize your partner better. To some extent, you surrender to your partner, then your growth will be ensured. That's what I can tell you. Because if your partner is not very bad, why don't you surrender? Why are you keep on arguing with your partner? That's what I will tell you, right? So if your partner is very good, you just check. So do not think, even some things which cannot be very bad in the long run, right? Do not treat those things as bad now and spoil your life. Better give preference to your partner in your life. That's the message I want to give for this particular person. Do not argue with your partner, whatever may be the thing. Do not argue with your partner. That's it, right? Try to Try to give more preference to her. Try to talk very, very nicely and peacefully with her. Whatever may be, even the mistake is on her side, do not do it. You might be thinking mistake is on her side sometimes, right? And there are some remedies definitely for this. You have to chant Mangal mantra, a Mars mantra on every Tuesday. You have to do physical exercise daily. You should control your anger and harsh words, right? And here, the Mars is present in the world of Libra, which is Venusian sign. You have to respect women and your partner also very, very deeply. You have to do it, right? You have to respect your partner at any cost. Otherwise, you will be in troubles and your growth will be decreased. Your growth will be blocked. So keep your home clean, pleasant, fragrant. Wear some clean, light colored clothes. Maintain some peaceful attire. Do not wear red clothes. Avoid dirty or aggressive surroundings anytime, right? This is the most important thing. And do not treat your marriage as a kind of competition, right? You give preference to your partner. You practice some kind of equality, right? Your partner is, I want to tell you one thing. Your partner is either you should treat her equal or you should treat her better than you. You're getting it? Better than you. So how you're treating yourself, you should treat your partner more than that. Or at least you should treat her equally. Right? Never try to disrespect. Even mistake is on her side. That's what I'm telling. If mistake is on her side, then you have to tell, I am here to help you. Don't worry. I'm here to help you. I will do anything for you. And if mistake is on your side, tell sorry. Tell sorry immediately. Tell sorry. So this is a main trick that you have to follow for growth in your life. Never ever insult your partner in public. Always speak softly, even during a conflict. Even the conflict is started by her. Always speak softly. Never use harsh words. Getting it? So Mars generally matures after the age 28. Then, of course, after 30, 32, your anger would also reduce. Your understanding can improve. So till that time, follow these remedies. The marriage would stabilize. You will have a very good growth in your life also. Your personal growth and your career growth would also be very good. Right? So this is the only thing. Otherwise, this thing is very good. This can give you some kind of good energy, some passion in your marriage life. That is one thing. And the whole thing looks good, but except this one. Do not use harsh words. Do not disrespect your partner. Whatever I told you in this video, follow it. Then make your life beautiful. Thanks for watching this video.